and I knew that even before we heard what play it was, I was going to direct. Because I was like, the second semester tends to be a bit more serious, and I really like to direct serious acting. And then when I heard it was going to be The Front by Rob Casely, and I read into it, I was just so excited, and I couldn't wait to get started, just because it's such an emotional play, and you can really bring the actors to a new level.
I was always on the other side. I've always done acting, or I did costumes last year, and I was always wanting to say like, oh, I'd love to be on the other side. I've directed a film, but that was screen, so I've always wanted to do theatre, and this was my chance to do it. And Front was just the play that was like, that's my kind of play. So they're Joan. Joan is just this strong, independent woman, kind of like Judith, because they're best friends. That's why I see them both the same kind of thing. But Judith is a strong, independent woman that hides. She keeps strong. She doesn't like break down or anything, and she really keeps that all the way throughout the play. And like Hannah really works with that and brings that character out great. And Joan is the very same, and it's at the end where you kind of see them break a little bit, and for me that's a really big contrast, and I love seeing that in the characters.
I think for me, my favourite, I wouldn't say my favourite character, but I find the character with the most interesting to me is Tom, just because he's a little boy, and he's in this situation that he doesn't quite understand, and the war affects him in several ways, and you just see how much war affected young kids in that day, because you didn't really think about it. It's not something that I've ever thought about until I've done this play, and now I'm actually seeing that it was a really difficult time.
The play originally was meant to be all women, even the men were meant to be played by women. But you see a lot of it through it. You see how women are treated by men at the time, how they were depicted, and you see them having to lose, having to say goodbye to their husbands or children, and how they coped with that.
And so loss is a really big part in it as well, because there's so many people that get lost, and you see how it affects them, and especially like the people closest to them and their families.
Yeah, and you just see a lot of how lives change and how much it has affected, and how actually horrible the war actually was.
Having to say goodbye to people, knowing that, you know, your next day is not certain. I think that was a big part of it as well, not knowing that you're going to wake up the next day and everything's going to be okay. I really like to bring the best out of people, because I know that every single one of those actors can do it. I know that they can do it, because that's why we chose them for the parts that they've been given, is because we know that they can do it. We want people to remember us and remember NUDS and this time that we do it, and say, you know, that was really good, that was really different. We haven't seen anything like that from NUDS before.
No, I think as well, especially the whole point of women having to say goodbye to their husbands, that still goes on today when soldiers go off to the war, obviously British soldiers, American soldiers, everybody, and how, I mean, women are pregnant at the time and they're still having children, and the fathers come home and they see their kid and they're like, oh my goodness, like that must be such an experience and kind of strange, but that's what went on in those days. Like,
and even things like post-traumatic stress as well.
Yeah, and
that's still a major thing, especially so with like all the stuff that's been happening recently, you know, in different parts of the world. I'm obviously not going to go into it, but different parts of bombings and like people going out to fight and people dying. It is an important part, and I think people don't realise just how lucky they are. Empathy.
Yeah, empathy.
And empathise, and I want them to feel sad, but I want them I want them to feel connected to every single character on stage. Like if they come away being really, really emotionally involved in the play and feel affected by it, even if they're not sad.
It's kind of like they are in the war with it.
Yeah.
They're part of it.
We want every single one to go, to every person in the audience to be like, yeah, that person really struck a chord with me. Mm-hmm. You know, I can kind of relate to that person, even if it's not their entire character, even if it's just something that they do or something that they say.
Yeah, there'll be one character in the whole play that you will relate to. And I mean, some of them do have great childhoods and some of them don't, and a lot of people can relate to that as well.
There's people from different backgrounds in it as well. We've got a couple, there's an upper class characters, there's lower class characters, middle class characters. There's pretty much everyone.
There's all the different sections of crew, there's a lot of them, and we just like to talk with each of them for like an hour or something and just go through everything with them, make sure they're okay.
Go by play scene by scene basically.
Yeah, scene by scene, and make sure that everybody kind of knows what they're doing, and they're not
Not
fused
stuck with anything.
almost, yeah.
I would say we've got a really good relationship. I mean, if there's anything that I think of, I'll message Megan or I'll speak to Megan and be like, hey Megan, I have this really good idea. And both of us will go up to the cure together, or one of us, and we'll ask them. So like we'll ask Ben, Joe.
Yeah, usually go to Ben and just be like,
can we do this?